So here I have taken two friends, Alice and Bob. Both are very good friends, and Alice is a very clever person, and he used to write every transaction in his notebook. So one day, Bob asked 50,000 rupees from Alice. So Alice gave them 50,000 rupees and made this entry on his notebook. And as Bob, he was a cheater kind of person. So what he did, somehow he accessed the notebook of Alice and made the incorrect entry that he gave only 5,000 rupees. So that causes the financial loss to Alice. So you can consider that single notebook, that register, as a centralized ledger. So in that case, you can easily understand that from the centralized ledger, anybody can easily uh, access the data. So what he did next, he went to the market and purchased 10 different notebooks, and then he distributed that 10 different notebooks to 10 different people at 10 different locations, or you can consider it 10 different countries. Then every time when he gave money to anybody, he made the entry of this transaction in not only in his notebook, but he broadcasted that transaction to all 10 people of 10 different countries. So in that way, he secured his transaction records and avoid any financial loss. So you can consider that it is possible for someone to manipulate the data at one location, but it is not possible to for anyone to manipulate the data recorded at 10 different or thousands of different locations. So decentralized systems are more secure if the number of nodes are more, or we can say number of locations or number of computer systems storing data are uh, are of large number. So if the decentralized level is increased, the security level is also gets increased at the same intensity.